In this video I want to take a look at a BIOS chip programmer, or the USB programmers that you can get off eBay or any other store, basically. This is what it looks like. This is what you get. This is actually version, it's called Mini Programmer CH341A as in Apple. And basically that's what you get in the bag. That's how they come. Except for this, I solder the pins myself. You normally get, I think, 2 of these, or 1, I forget, 2. But none of these pins are solder. You just get a board that looks like that. This is the second one I got right here, and it came with one of those pins. Thinking that one's from there. I think I had it in the wrong bag. So basically, here, let me put this since I'm already off the screen here. So basically, this is what you get as far as the programmer. That's all the pieces you get. So you only get pins for one side. Now, as you can see, let me see. I think I want to say, well, basically you can put them on either side, but I had some pins lying around and I just cut them, and that's why they look kind of funky. But this is where the pins that came with it, and I went ahead and soldered those in the middle first, and then I took some of the other spare pins I had. That's why you see kind of funky here, and then I soldered those on the opposite side because then it's outside. But honestly, soldering these things can be a pain. Because of the holes, they get filled, and then you have to clear them and stuff if you don't have the right tools. So that's what that looks like once you have pins on both sides solder. I saw a video online where somebody actually literally desolder a chip and solder it to the board, and they had the pins on there, and then these boards are supposed to be put on here somehow. The reason I say that is because I haven't used it yet, and, well, not quite. Let me see if I can get it right. Oh, I have it closed, that's why. So, here we go. Okay, put it down, set it, and then it's on there. And then, the reason you want the other pins on the top, it's simply because you have this. This is another clip that you can put on chips on board, so you don't have to take them off. Those pins go on there. To be honest with you, I haven't used this, so I can't really show you that. Now, it's only a certain chips, obviously, but this should make it easier, so you don't have to desolder anything from a motherboard. And as you can see, it comes with this board already with the pin solder. Mine came with a couple pins bent, but I just bent them back. So as you can see, it's basically the same thing I have here now on this one. It's a different board, but it tells you what type of chip I think you can use. And anyway, if you look close, it's pretty much the same board, or close, or just like the one we have on the green here. Now, the reason I got this other one is because I want to have this on hand in case I ever have to use it. Thankfully, my board, the one that I thought I was going to need this for, did update the BIOS. I just have to do a couple other things after talking to the manufacturer, and the motherboard came back to life. However, these are very useful if you're really in a jam where you don't have any other choice. Which would be very rare because most BIOS now are even easier to use and update. But I want to do this video because I want to show you what sort of parts you would need in order to do something a little easier, or to make your life easier. This is obviously what would be pin 1. But again, you will have to do your own testing on this stuff, and there are many other videos online or that you can take a look at, but there was nothing really showing you just the parts and what you may need to do, because obviously there are no instructions included. Another thing I found is that this jumper has to be on this pins here in order for it to work, according to another video. I have no idea what all these other pins are for because, well, they don't tell you. I mean, there are other documentation out there that you can check, I'm sure, but I haven't gone that far just because I didn't need it, and thankfully I don't need it. But it's always nice to have the tools just in case you ever run into something like that, which at that point you're probably going to be pulling your hairs out for other reasons. But anyway, this is a look at the USB mini programmers that you can get online. This is just one version. You have to be very careful with these due to the anti-static and because they don't have any covers. You know, if you have static electricity, you can fry these things really easily, especially on my floor. It's concrete and I shouldn't have to worry about it, but the chair that I do have, guess what? That chair gives me static electricity every time I get on and off of it. So I have to be very careful, even though there's no carpet here where I'm at. But there you go, just a couple of pointers on that. So I hope that helps.